You wake up tomorrow and delete every app from your phone. No Instagram, no Netflix, no YouTube. You swear you'll finally reset your brain with a dopamine detox. Day 1 feels like torture. By day 3, you're bored out of your mind. And by day 5, you're right back to scrolling TikTok at 2 in the morning. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Because the truth is, 99% of dopamine detoxes fail. And today, I'm going to show you exactly why and how to make yours actually work. What is a dopamine detox? Let's clear up the basics first. Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that makes you feel pleasure and motivation. It's what pushes you to check your phone, eat that extra cookie, or binge one more episode. A dopamine detox is supposed to be a reset. People try it to escape addictions to social media, porn, video games, junk food, you name it. The idea is simple. Stop all the high stimulation stuff, and your brain will calm down. Then, normal things, like reading a book, going for a walk, or doing focused work, will feel rewarding again. Why do people try it? Because deep down, most of us feel trapped. We wake up reaching for our phones, scrolling through reels before even brushing our teeth. We can't sit still for 5 minutes without checking notifications, so a dopamine detox sounds like the magic bullet. Like if you can just suffer through a few days of boredom, you'll come out the other side ultra-disciplined, productive, and unstoppable. But here's the problem. It almost never works like that. Why do 99% fail? First, people misunderstand dopamine. Most think dopamine is just a pleasure drug you can shut off by avoiding fun things. That's not how it works. Dopamine isn't just about pleasure. It's about motivation. Without dopamine, you wouldn't even get out of bed. So when you cut out everything stimulating, you don't magically reset dopamine. You just feel miserable and unmotivated. Second, quitting cold turkey is unsustainable. Imagine someone who's been drinking 3 energy drinks a day suddenly going to 0 caffeine. They'll get headaches, mood swings, and then relapse. It's the same with dopamine detox. Going from hours of TikTok to total silence, most people can't handle it. Third, boredom is unbearable. Our brains hate empty space. That's why so many people relapse during detox. They remove the bad habits, but they don't replace them with anything meaningful. And then boredom pushes them right back to the old cycle. And finally, people treat it like a one-time cure. They think, I'll do one dopamine detox weekend and then I'll be fixed forever. But your brain doesn't rewire in 2 days. That's like trying to get 6-pack abs after doing sit-ups for 1 weekend. Doesn't happen. Let me give you a real-world example. My friend once tried a dopamine detox. He deleted every app, locked his PlayStation in the closet, and told me he'd spend the week reading books and journaling. Day 1, he felt restless. Day 2, he was lying on his bed, staring at the ceiling, waiting for time to pass. By day 3, he was so bored he caved and binge-watched Netflix for 8 hours straight. That's what happens to most people. They remove the bad habits, but they don't build anything to take their place. And boredom always wins. Here's the science behind it. Dopamine isn't evil. It's not a drug you need to detox like caffeine or alcohol. It's actually a messenger in your brain that tells you, hey, this thing is important. Pay attention. Go after it. Now here's the catch. Every time you scroll TikTok, play a video game, or snack on junk food, you get a little dopamine spike. These spikes are quick, shallow, and constant. Over time, your brain adjusts by lowering your baseline level of dopamine. That's why normal things, like reading or studying, just feel boring. They can't compete with the rapid hits from apps, sugar, or games. Think of it like volume control on a speaker. If music is blasting at level 10 all the time, level 4 suddenly feels silent, even though it's not. This is called hedonic adaptation. Your brain adapts to the high stimulation and now craves it just to feel normal. So when you suddenly try a dopamine detox, cutting off everything at once, you don't magically reset the system. What really happens? Your baseline is still low, but now there are no spikes. That's why you feel awful, restless, even depressed in the first few days. Your brain is screaming, "Where's my hit?" Neuroscience also shows that dopamine is tied more to anticipation than to pleasure itself. It's the chase, not just the reward. That's why a notification ding feels so irresistible. It promises something exciting, even if it's just another meme. So the reason 99% of detoxes fail is that people expect an instant reset. But biologically, your brain needs weeks, even months, to gradually raise that baseline again, and without a plan to survive the boring stretch in between, most people give up and relapse. So, how do you actually make it work? Step 1. Don't cut everything, just cut one thing. Pick your biggest time waster, like TikTok or gaming. Cut that one habit first instead of going nuclear on your whole life. Step 2. Replace, don't just remove. If you delete Instagram, what do you do instead when you're bored? Read, walk, journal, exercise? If you don't give your brain a substitute, you'll relapse. Step 3. Make it a lifestyle, not an event. Think of dopamine detox not as a 48-hour challenge, but as an ongoing practice, like having low stimulation days every week where you avoid screens and focus on real life. Step 4. Embrace boredom, but in doses. Learn to sit with boredom for 10 minutes, then 20. Over time, your brain gets used to lower stimulation and suddenly simple things, like writing or learning, become enjoyable again. Step 5. Stack habits slowly. Start with one win. Maybe it's reading 5 pages a day instead of scrolling. Build on it. Consistency beats intensity. Here's the truth. You don't need to run away from dopamine. You need to train it. You need to stop letting it control you and instead use it to fuel the things that matter. Most people fail because they chase a quick fix. But success isn't about a weekend detox. It's about building a lifestyle where your brain doesn't crave constant stimulation. So if you've failed a dopamine detox before, good. That means you're human. But now you know why it failed, and you know how to do it right. Start small. Replace the bad with the good. Train your brain for focus. And over time, you'll realize you didn't just do a detox, you rewired your life. If this video hit home for you, drop a comment with the habit you're cutting out first. And if you want more no BS strategies to master your mind and your life, make sure you subscribe. Because the next video might be the one that changes everything for you,